The Beijing summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation came to a positive conclusion last week with fruitful results achieved by leaders from China and African countries. The event gathered over 3,200 participants, including 40 presidents, 249 African officials, representatives from more than 50 African countries, and 26 international organizations who discussed the win-win relationship between China and Africa.
The summit issued the Beijing Declaration toward an even stronger China-Africa community with a shared future, which crystallized a consensus between China and Africa on current major international and regional issues and sent the world a strong signal of the two sides going forward hand in hand. In the declaration, China pledges to continue to strengthen solidarity and cooperation with African countries in keeping with the principle of sincerity, real results, affinity and good faith, and the principle of upholding justice while pursuing shared interests as proposed by President Xi Jinping.
China, the world's largest developing country, and Africa, the continent with the largest number of developing countries, have long formed a community with a shared future. China will work with Africa to achieve our shared goals of building a closer China-Africa community with a shared future and turn it into a pace setter for building such a community for mankind.
African leaders have spoken highly on the forum, lauding the forum as a platform for both China and Africa to deepen cooperation and for China to share its development experience with African countries. The president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, said that Chinese President Xi Jinping's speech articulates that China is seeking a relationship of equality with Africa.
It covered so many areas, but the critical ones being, first of all, the principles on which China is engaging with Africa. It's important. Every nation has its own principles, and he set it out very clearly that he's seeking a relationship of equality, he's seeking a relationship of partnership, he's seeking a relationship of friendship, and that therefore will influence the rest of his policy and posture towards Africa. So that was very important. The spirit with which he spoke, the clear identification with Africa's position that you found in him, his own sincerity. For me, that was the most impressive aspect of the speech.
South Africans have also spoken highly of the benefits brought to the continent by China-African cooperation. Tanusha Naidu, a senior research associate of the Institute for Global Dialogue, says the capacity-building initiative put forward by President Xi is very important to the industrialization of African economies.
We need skills in our economy, and we need the skills that could actually open up not just industrialization, but also move Africa's economies into the value-added, the global value chain.
China and African countries are willing to enhance strategy alignment and policy coordination, push forward the joint development of the Belt and Road, and closely align the Belt and Road Initiative with the African Union Agenda 2063.
Meanwhile, reactions have been trailing the China-Africa summit and President Xi Jinping's $60 billion investments to Africa. President of the Association of Foreign Professionals of Nigeria, Ambassador Gani Lawal, says China's free gift should be accepted with caution and countries like Nigeria should be prepared to pay back in the future.
There's no free money anywhere. There's no free lunch anywhere. See, most of the people who give out assistance, aid, loans, and things like that, they have something in view. And this is not something that's just happened one day, you know. It's a long-term strategic project that at the end of the day, they want to get at something. For instance, China be the beneficiary of some of these loans they are giving us. So there is no free lunch anywhere. It's a way of trying to reinvest their hard-earned savings, you know, instead of leaving it to live value.
Thanks for watching. I'm Teniola Shobowale.